Hello, it's Wil Franklin again with Trinity River Vineyards. We're back out at the Gardner Ranch for another episode of stories from Willow Creek and Trinity River. Today I want to talk to you briefly about what I've been calling farm-to-table wines. They are small production based on sustainable agriculture. The farm-to-table attitude and mentality is simple, clean wines from a specific place. This Willow Creek AVA is so special that when we started this project, we thought it's going to be all about the uniqueness of this terroir and this weather, these soils. So a farm-to-table wine is, for one, a wine that shows vintage variation. I call them vintage wines. A lot of wines are just mass-produced Coca-Cola products, loosely based on grapes. The difference between a vintage wine, a farm-to-table wine, and a production-produced, mass-produced wine is kind of like Velveeta cheese is to real cheddar from England. One's made from product in one place right around the city of Cheddar, England. Another is just mass-produced something other loosely based on milk. So vintage wines, farm-to-table wines show variation. The vintages, every vintage, every year, every growing season is different. So that wine should be a little different. It should reflect that. If it's just a farmed wine with no special tricks, no special blending or filtering or manipulation in the winery, then a vintage wine reflects that farm on that year. Vintage wines, vintage variation is also what sommeliers used to be able to read when they would take a wine and be able to decipher where it's from and even what year. They learn and read the weather patterns of that vintage and that location and can understand if it was a cool year or a warm year, and those different variations come through and give wines different character. So a farm-to-table wine is a wine that has character, a lot more character. It has a little bit in common with the last year because it's the same place, same varietals, but it's different because every year is different, a little warmer, a little cooler, a little wetter. And again, these are the wines that if you're into trying to decipher wines from around the world, you're looking for wines of character. And that's what these farm-to-table wines are all about. So if you're interested in tasting place and tasting time, check us out, Trinity River Vineyards. Check us out online, trinityrivers.com, Facebook, and Instagram. All right, until next time, cheers.